Everyone. Welcome to A Course of Love, the book that we are studying here. I'm Teri Angel, here with two beautiful angels. We have Charlie Charman, angel,
Hello and good evening, everyone.
and Auntie Jean Lorio, angel.
Welcome, everyone.
Yes. So we are starting a new chapter tonight. If any of you are following along with us in this wonderful book, and it's chapter 23. Let me open mine up here. The freedom of the body. So, Charlie, I think you are up to bat.
All righty then. Chapter 23 The Freedom of the Body. Knowing and love are inseparable. When this is realized, it is obvious that love is the only true wisdom, the only true understanding, the only true knowing. Love is the great teacher, and your loving relationship that means of learning love. The lessons learned from love will go a long way in surging your remaining fears about the loss of your individuality that you believe will accompany the loss of your separated self. For as each of you has found, as you have loved another, the more you love and long the process a loved one, the more you realize that your loved one cannot be possessed. While in a love relationship, the greatest knowing is sought and with willing partners attained. One's partner is such a relationship still transcends complete knowing. The relationship becomes the known. While it is your nature to seek for more, it is also the nature of life to exist in relationship and to become known through relationship. This is how knowing comes to be. Knowing through relationship is not a second best situation. It is how life is. It is how love is.
Thus, while your partner in love transcends total knowing, this too is how it is. How it is meant to be. Love inviolate. Inviolate. Each of you is love inviolate. How it is. Oh, wait a minute. Yet relationally, you may be able to read each other's thoughts, be cognizant of the slightest switch in mood, finish each other's sentences. You know the others would lay down his or her life for you, rise to any occasion of your need, share your every fear and joy. Non-partnered love also shares a knowing through relationship. The loved one may be on the other side of the country, separated by distance, or previous choices, or past hurts, and yet a relationship continues. In both partnered and non partnered love relationships, the one you come to know, the only one who does not transcend total knowing, is yourself.
With a capital S.
Uh-huh.
The
And
same,
separate.
right? The same is true of your relationship with God. As in any love relationship, the desire to know God can be all consuming. Yet while God transcends knowing, your relationship with God is how you know both God and yourself with a capital S. Let me remind you of a key learning aid discussed some pages back. You would not be other than you are. You would not be other than you are. No matter how much you grow to love another, that love does not cause you to want to be the other person. That love causes you to want to have a relationship with the other person. This should tell you something about the nature of love. Charles?
When obsessively in love, you may want the other person to be you, but rarely the other way around. This is what has caused you to make God over in your own image and to try to do the same to others. This comes of seeing oneself as an image rather than as a being existing in relationship. This comes from ego rather than the true self. What you long for is reunion. Yet reunion too is relationship because union is relationship. Imagine a crowd of people in a small room. This is not relationship. When you are tempted to think of relationship having to do with physical proximity, think of this example. Now imagine communities of faith around the world. People are united in beliefs, and not only in religious beliefs, ideology, politics, profession unite people. Parties and associations are formed to foster the idea of unity through shared belief. They are not necessary as seen by the reality that they only form after the fact. The belief fosters the form, and the form is then meant to foster the belief.
See what I mean? It's a little bit difficult to understand. This is true of the body as well. Think of the way in which the word body is used, and this will be clear. The body politic, a body of knowledge, believes fosters the form. I keep losing my place. Fosters the form, and the form was meant to foster the belief. Thus, belief and form have a symbolic relationship. Understanding of this loving relationship can help you to experience freedom of the body, which is an extension in form of your belief in the personal. Belief fosters union. Union does not foster belief, because in union, belief is no longer required. Belief fosters the union of atoms and cells into the form required by the belief in the separated self. Belief of another kind can foster the creation of form of another kind.
Kind of seems like it's going around in circles, doesn't it?
I'm like, what?
The whole time I'm going, huh?
I would
know.
say the same thing. What? What are you talking about here?
Well, let's see where it goes. If form is an extension of belief, You can see why what you believe is critical to have you live with form. We are speaking here of ways of thinking similar to those which you term induction and deduction. In the past, exercises have most often begun with an alteration of beliefs regarding form. Here, we have taken an opposite approach, beginning with exercises to alter your belief in your identity and concluding with exercises to alter your belief in form. This is consistent with our primary focus on learning from the heart. The mind goes from the small to the large, the heart from the large to the small. Only the wholehearted can see the connection at all. I repeat, belief of another kind can foster the creation of form of another kind. A wholehearted belief in the truth about yourself is what is required to cause this to be so. It is what is necessary now. It will change the world. Wow. So only the
Okay.
wholehearted can see the connection of all, Jean.
Okay. So belief of another kind is what miracles are all about. Is what you are all about as a miracle worker. For you to change your belief is the miracle that we are after, the results we seek from this course. So we're looking for a belief of another kind. Obviously, your belief in who and what you are is the basis for your entire foundation. A foundation previously built of fear. Clearly, belief in the body was easily translated into the belief in the modality of fear. When you are free of this perception, this inaccurate belief, your body will be free. It will no longer be an object of use, but a means of service.
Healing your perception from your nearly immutable belief in form will allow for all changes in form required by the miracle. Form is not a constant, but a result. While you believe that belief is the result of form, it is not. Form is a result of belief. Thus, belief is not only capable of changing form, but also is necessary in order to do so. History has shown you that what you believe is possible becomes possible. Science has proven the link between researcher and research findings. Still, you find it difficult to believe that what is possible depends upon what you can imagine being possible. You must cease to see the difficulty and begin to see the ease with which what you can imagine becomes reality.
We'll see it when we believe it.
Okay.
We'll believe it when we see it.
But
No, because we can believe and not see, but if we
See it.
okay,
well,
so
we have to
you'll
form from
see it when you believe it. So it's the believing part that creates that other possibility and the miracles.
But what's the form part? I don't understand.
Anything that materializes. Could be a person, could be money, could be friends, opportunities, whatever it is. And Dr. Wayne Dyer taught this. You'll see it when you believe it. So it's holding that belief. And it says, still, you find it difficult to believe that what is possible depends on what you can imagine being possible, but it does.
Yeah.
It's so true. And if we think it's going to be hard, then it'll be hard. If we think, oh, this is going to come with ease and grace, it will come with ease and grace.
That's why some people can manifest things so easily,
Mm-hmm.
and others to say, well, this doesn't work for me.
Right.
You know, I just can't manifest.
Yeah.
You
exactly.
have to believe it's going to happen before it will be. Then
All right.
into form, yeah. I see now, I was confused about that too, Charlie. But I can see now what they're talking about is form is actual reality, I guess.
What we can see and touch and feel.
Touch,
Yeah. Hello, Miss Annie 7. Welcome.
Hi, Annie. I always am way over on the other side here. Let's see if I can
That's
move.
one. You have no capabilities that do not serve you because they were created to serve you. The ability to imagine is such a capability, freely and equally given to all. Imagination is linked to true vision, for it exercises the combined capabilities of mind and heart. It is akin to perception and can lead the way in changing how you perceive of yourself and the world around you. I wish I could put that on a billboard because I have so many people that say, I just can't imagine. I just can't do this envisioning things. I can't imagine it. But we all have capability. It says it right there. So,
we do.
Yeah. Beyond
I've been spending a lot of years trying to teach the kids that they have that capability.
Right.
But they think they don't.
Well, adults think they don't.
Well, but you know, a lot of it has to do with the way we are now. Everything is visual. The movies, the video games, they can't imagine it on their own. We used to love to read books when we were young because we could go into the story and become part of the action. We really did. My mom was always yelling at me because I'd go so deep into the story. I wouldn't hear her calling. I wouldn't hear anything because I was in the adventure. But nowadays, they don't want to do that. Nowadays, they want to see it. They want to see it. They don't want to have to imagine it in their heads.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I know. So beyond imagination is the spark that allows you to conceive of what never was conceived of before. This spark is inspiration, the infusion of spirit. Taking the creation of form backward, it leads to this conclusion. Spirit precedes inspiration. Inspiration precedes imagination. Imagination precedes belief, and belief precedes form. So they're giving us the blueprint here of how it all comes to be. And we know from studying this book and A Course in Miracles that everything begins with thought. Thought is where everything starts, that roller coaster of it coming forward into, eventually, into form. So I think this is making more sense. I think that I'm understanding it a little more anyway.
I am too, but what I'm reading in this paragraph is the spark comes before our thought. And a lot of like artists and inventors and stuff like that will tell you, I don't know, just all of a sudden this thought popped into my head. And that kind of goes with the teachings that if you're not there and you don't accept that spark that the divine sends you, he'll find somebody else. You know, if you won't accept the, like you for instance, if you wouldn't have accepted the position of traveling and telling people about peace, that he would have found, or they or whatever would have found someone else.
Mhm.
They give you that spark, and then you think of it, and then you have the rest of it, the imagination and the creativity that brings it about.
I kind of
I don't.
think that the spark happens simultaneously with that
Oh,
inspired thought. So I know it breaks it down here and it's like a progression, but I think the spark, and it happens and it kind of wakes you up to, oh, I've got something here. I have something that what we call downloaded. I have information that came in, and then you start putting it together with the inspiration, imagination, and belief. Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Do you want me to do two more and then we'll stop on over?
Sure.
The short ones. Spirit is your more direct link with the one source. Spirit is directly from the source. While form is a byproduct of spirit, thus form is once removed or further away from source, again working backward. However, the form you have created is still a step necessary in return to the source. The necessary step is that of moving beyond form, recognizing and acknowledging form for what it is, and then continuing on, working backward to change your belief, to allow imagination to serve you and spirit to fill you. You then can move forward again, taking form beyond its given parameters, and becoming a miracle worker. All right, we're
Okay.
becoming miracle workers.
Yes, we are, and we'll start at 22 tomorrow.
All right, 22.
All
2, 3,
right.
2, 2.
Okay, welcome in to Danny Ortiz. Thank you for joining us. We were just
Hello,
reading from
Danny.
A Course of Love by Mary Perron. It's a book we've been studying chapter by chapter, and now we're just reading through it. So if you don't have the book, you can hear what we were talking about. Now we're going into the second part of our program tonight, which is chanting. We're going to do some chanting for change in the world, change for the good, change toward peace and a more peaceful world. We do this with 2 chants every night. And the first one is on the screen. If you're not familiar with it, the words are up there. And it is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And our beautiful Auntie Jean is going to tell us how we do this.
Is Chris not going to be here?
Oh,
No,
she is here. I didn't see her
it's
message.
hello.
Hi.
Here she is.
Yes.
Hi, honey. Yes, we do these 2 chants every night, and Charlie will be telling you how many nights we have done this. But these 2 chants we say to help lift up our planet, lift up the vibrations, lift up the energies, and they actually do bring peace to the world. And this first one, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, is a chant that frees us from a lot of obstacles, barriers, things we put in our way from fully opening up, taking in the love, taking in the truth, and listening. So we're going to get rid of all of this in 108 chants. But the first three we're going to do very slowly and make certain declarations. Then afterwards, Teri, our Mama Peace, will be giving us a small meditation, and we'll go into the second chant, my favorite, the most beautiful chant in the world. So, the first declaration we're going to make is that we are removing all obstacles from our mind and our heart. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We are declaring that we are removing all barriers that may have been set up for us or we have set up ourselves. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And lastly, we are declaring that we are getting rid of all the illusions. And while we're getting rid of all those illusions, we're going to get rid of all sickness and illness and allergies. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gan Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gan
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gan
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Oh,
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Gan
Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Om
Gam
Gan Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om Gan Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam
Om Gan
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gan
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gan
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gan Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Ganapataye
Namaha. Om
Om Ganapataye
Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye
Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Namaha. Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Oh, let's take a breath together, going into our heart space, into the very core of who we are, which is love. And just be in that space for a moment. Just feel the freedom of letting go of all those illusions, all the illusion of separation, thinking that we can be separated from the Creator and separated from each other. And when we chant Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, it bursts through all those beliefs and helps us to see the reality that only love is real and love cannot be separated. So let's take another breath in. We are invited to come back to our breathing so that our collective energy of mindfulness will bring us together as an organism, going as a river with no more separation. Let the whole of the chanters breathe as one body, chant as one body, listen as one body, and transcend the boundaries of a delusive self, liberating from the superiority complex, the inferiority complex, and the inequality complex. because we are all one. And this next chant brings in that to the max because it brings in love. It's known as the chant of love, the chant of miracles. So, breathing in and chanting as one, this beautiful chant of Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And thank you, Danny, for sharing this out to the groups. We really appreciate that. So, Auntie Jean, would you share with us about this chant that I know is one of your favorites? Probably your
Yes,
very
it is my favorite. And yes, it is known as the chant of miracles, but it's also known as the chant of love. And more than 14 million people, I really don't know how many now, but I know 14 million for sure, counting us, um, do this every single day to help our earth bring peace and love to our planet and even to the whole universe. And what we do is important because one person can raise the level, the frequency, and the vibrations of, I think I'm going to make sure, Terry, it's 750,000, Terry?
it counterbalance
700,
that many.
it
Yes.
counterbalances 750,000 who are in a negative place. So this is an important thing, and I love it so much, and I hope you enjoy it. So we're going to do it the same way. We're going to do the 108, but we're going to do the first three very slowly.
Can we
Making.
welcome Marlene in?
I told you, Marlene.
Oh, did
Marlene,
you?
hi, Marlene.
Welcome,
I
Marlene.
said it very little, very
I
softly.
I see your heart smiling.
She always sneaks in. I try to wave at her every time I see her. Okay, we are making a declaration before we chant. We are accepting, we are aligning, we are allowing, and most important, we are awake, and we're helping others to awaken too. So, Nam Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. The next declaration we're making is that we are happy, we are healthy, we are free from war, from violence, all the negativity in the world. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And since our last declaration is that we are living in peace, we are living in harmony. There's no more suffering, there's no more illusions. We have found what it means to have heaven on earth in love and peace. Nam
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge
Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
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 Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo. Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Renge Kyo. Nam Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Renge
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam Myoho
Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
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 Myoho
Myoho Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Let's connect with the breath again. Breathe deeply into your lungs. Hold that energy of love, which we just experienced with this beautiful chant. And with our hearts filled with love, we are going to give back to our Creator. And to do that, we chant Om 3 times slowly, celebrating, acknowledging, and respecting and honoring the Creator. After that, we'll send that love out into the world. So take a deep breath in and join us for the chanting of Om. Let's hold that love in our heart and hold the vision of peace in our world. A peace that passes all understanding. A peace that starts inside of us. That very spark that's right in the center and the core of our being. Just connect in with that and set our intention together to send out an energy of peace in our world. We're going to do this all together, sending out a wave of love and peace throughout the world. So take a deep breath in, focus on the love in your heart, and release it with the out breath. Sending it far and wide. And may peace prevail on our earth, in our homes, and in our hearts. Om Shanti. So now, every night, we make a declaration that there is peace on earth. And we're going to ask our Christine to count us down so we can say this all together.
Yeah, I am Mayana. We did this every night for people. I'm a noted to end the world. And I am love every moment, and I believe it by happening. 1, 2, 3.
We declare
that
that
there
there
is
is
peace on
peace
earth,
on earth.
and we declare
Declare
that
that
peace
peace begins
begins
inside of
inside of
I
I
choose
choose to
choose to
see
see
only
only
light
light and love
forever and ever.
and
ever.
a
Amen
Amen.
or amen, depending on what you want.
Yeah. Yes. And we are a group that created a movement. And the group is known as the
peace
peace
for
For
peace.
peace.
for Peace. That's right, folks. We're the Peace for Peace. And we've been doing this now for 1,442 days now. And
Wow. I think that's amazing.
counting.
And we are so honored to have visitors today. Well, some of them are regulars. Marlene is our miracle pea.
Oh, we're not
Oh,
shining.
Shoshana, our shining pea is here. Hi,
Nana,
Shoshana.
how
And
are
we
you
have,
doing?
who do we have? We had Annie. Annie's here.
Mhm.
Annie is our hummingbird pea.
Yes, she is.
She is. And Danny, if you keep coming, we'll have to give you a pea name too. And we have peas all over the world. We have them in India, we have them in England, Australia, Canada, Italy. We have them all over the world. And we would love for you all to be a pea too. So, what we're going to do is we're going to invite you. And the way we do that is we say, well, there's peas over there in the chat room, and there's peas over here in the video room. And we'd love to have you be, and we sing it in song since there's so many peas. Wouldn't you
Wouldn't you
like
like
to
to
be
be
a
a
Me
bee
too.
too?
And you
So
skipped over us, Auntie Jean.
I did. I'm so
And
sorry. I was
we
so excited about having Danny here and Shoshana and everybody. Okay, we are peas, and we have Chris, who is our sweetie. She's
thank
also
you.
the youngest one. Well, maybe not. I don't know how old you are, Danny. So she's our sweetie, and she's loving to all the animals and fur babies. That's kind of her duty, and she's wonderful at it. And then we have her dad. Her dad is Charlie, who is our charming and magnificent Charlie. We're going to get him a cake. And we have Mama P because she started the whole thing, Teri, Teri Angel. And we have Auntie Jean P. I'm everybody's auntie. And hopefully you all come back. And there's one other thing I wanted to invite you to. We have a meditation every day at 1:11 Eastern Time. It's only a 7-minute meditation, but everyone who comes in joins their energy together, and we send out peace and love to the whole world. And not only that, we send it to our world leaders so that they can make the arrangements to have the kind of world that we should be having. We should be having this heaven on earth world that we were given. So please come to that. It's a wonderful thing. It's on 10 million for world peace.org or Facebook or YouTube or TikTok or just about anything.
Yeah.
So please come and join your energy with ours. And I'm going to turn it over to our Mama P, and she's going to tell you some other wonderful things about that meeting and a lot of other things because she's the wise one. Okay.
Thank you, Auntie Jean. And Danny, we're so glad you're with us. Danny is 40 and watching with her son, David. Hi, David. He is
Oh, hi,
autistic
Jane.
and he is pure love and light. I'm sure he is. Thank you for being here, both of you. And the 10 million for world peace.org website, you can join it. Just jump in there and say you want to be a part of us. You'll receive a guided meditation that I have recorded. You'll get a newsletter, a blog. We do a podcast each week. There's a new release every Saturday. And we do a healing circle once a month on the first Saturday of each month. So we got lots to offer. Come on in and see what it's all about. See if maybe you'll want to participate every day at 1:11 p.m. or as often as you can. Thank you so much for being here. We do this every night during the week. We take the weekends off, but we still run a replay so you can still do the chanting if you want, right along with us. And I think that's it. We're going to get out of here and let you get on with your night or day, wherever you may be. And we leave you with
Namaste.
Namaste,
Namaste.
y'all.
Yeah.
Bye,